name is Ernest Swindell, and this is my baby Alonna. We're the owners of XCEL, the best damn meal bar.
That part. We make, because we're artisans, date-based, gluten-free, and vegan meal bars, and they are delicious, most importantly. But as Baby said, they're the best damn meal bars. So it basically is dates with some dry ingredients that are mixed in, whether it's oats, nuts, seeds, and fruits. And initially it was X Bar. And X Bar has turned into XCEL, the best damn meal bar. So it's been on a journey as well. It was a pandemic baby that was birthed.
Seems
his
so long
ingenuity. His ingenuity is what allowed us to get to where we are. And we coined him a food scientist that day. So shout out to not being wasteful.
Absolutely.
And for knowing his way around the kitchen.
The XCEL meal bars, they are vegan, they are gluten free. I think those are the only two. Yeah, those are only really two, I guess, specialty terms when it comes to that. Other than just being so damn good, you can't resist it. So from a protein standpoint, every product is going to have between about 4 to 8 grams of protein, depending on the flavor. Carb count is going to be between 50 and 60, again, a little on the high side, but the majority of the carb content and overall nutritional content is coming from dates, naturally grown dried fruit. What am I missing? Fiber, great source of fiber, dates are, as well as the nuts, oats, seeds, those things are great sources of fiber. So every product is going to have between about around 4 to 6 grams of fiber as well. And if you're familiar with fiber, great way to aid with digestion. Great source of potassium as well, dates are. So that is going to help with muscle recovery, muscle cramps. So if you ever hear people say, oh, I got to eat a banana to get my potassium in, my muscles, so have a banana. Dates are a great source of potassium as well.
Yeah, they actually have more potassium in them than the bananas do.
Yeah, per serving.
Our bar is very versatile. So you can use it as a meal replacement. Like I like to eat it for breakfast because I'm not a big breakfast person and I don't like oatmeal. So I'll go ahead and have that, and that's going to sustain me through the day. Other than
oatmeal too. It's not the only option. Right?
I know. It'll sustain me through the day. But my favorite way to eat it is as a guilt-free snack. Our bars can be heated up. Any bar can be heated, but we like to heat the ones that have the chocolate, specifically like the chocolate strawberry, the chocolate peanut butter, the black coffee, the almond bliss. You put them in the microwave. You can nuke it for maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and you have dessert. You can put it with sorbet. You can put it with yogurt. You can put it with ice cream. You can take this bar and put it in your smoothie for texture. And for all of the people who are 21 and up, we, as you know, we partner with Cellar's Door, like Baby said. We use it as charcuterie. So you can have a glass of your favorite wine, whatever it is, sparkling red, white, and you can eat a bar with it. The bar has dates. It'll have a different kind of fruit in it. It'll have nuts and seeds. It's a charcuterie board in one package. But when you think about other bars on the market, the Cliff bars, the Lara bars, any of the bars, there you kind of get stuck in one lane.
Right.
And now everybody from toddlers to seniors can enjoy this bar. It's really good for your kids. It's really good for someone who is older and doesn't have as much of a need to eat as heavy as a meal. And it's going to also be good for your health. So
absolutely. When you think XCEL, you think of
excellence.
Achieving excellence, greatness. And that's what our product is. And that's why we call it the best damn meal bar. So we started back in late spring 21. I was making some oatmeal one day, which Baby does not like oatmeal.
I don't. I won't rant about it, but I think that oatmeal is, you have to have a certain palate for it.
So yeah, I was making a bowl of oatmeal, and occasionally I like to have chopped dates in my oatmeal, but the only thing I had on hand was the whole pit of dates. So me being the genius person that I am, I figured that if I put the whole dates in the food chopper, I would get chopped dates. But if you know anything about dates, it just has a very gooey and sticky texture. So when I put it in the food chopper, that's what happened. It just came out to a big goop of something that wasn't suitable for oatmeal. But again, just not wanting to be wasteful because dates are expensive.
Very much so.
Figured if I kind of experimented, I'd add some ingredients here and there, I could come up with something that worked. So that's what I did. I was obese as an adolescent. I was about 185 pounds in elementary school, so that's a lot of weight to be carrying. Having those past struggles and then taking that to the next level with having more of an affinity for weightlifting, and then as I got older, starting to add the science of studying the body, nutrients, foods, and really using myself as my own guinea pig to realize what worked for me, what didn't. That's when I just fell in love with fitness. This was kind of a brainchild of all my years of experience.
Yeah, he's very passionate about it. When he says he's in love with it, he really is. 4:00 in the morning.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, that alarm is going off at 4:21 on the dot.
But the consistency is great. It really is. And that's why XCEL is a really pivotal point in our lives, because we don't just talk the talk. It is really a walk behind it. So it's been a great journey, and his book is amazing. Very interesting part of it, he's gonna laugh, is I couldn't get through it because the introduction talks about just people making fun of him. And I'm not a crier, but it hurt my feelings. And I mean, I was in the ugly cry. So
and those people, by the way,
I wasn't even gonna put them on
family.
blast.
Specifically,
I wasn't gonna put them
my
on blast.
siblings.
Yeah.
I always had that go-getter mentality. So when I set my mind to do something, even going back to those adolescent years, I would always do it. Not everybody has a full appreciation for health. People have the misconception that healthy foods taste bad, and some of them do. But everybody likes foods to taste good.
Right.
If you remove the word health from it and just put something in front of somebody that happened to be a healthy meal, if that meal tastes good, they're gonna eat it.
And that's one of our coin phrases, is healthy does taste good. I mean, sometimes you do have to retrain your palate, but a lot of times it's not even that. It's just that we are so accustomed to having a strawberry flavoring instead of a strawberry. Right. We love the fact that when you look at the bar, you can see the ingredients, right? We love that you can flip over the nutrition facts, and they're simple products, right? Ones that you can read and understand. We're not using 25-letter ingredients. Everything is what it's supposed to be. If we say peanut butter, it's peanut butter. There's a few caveats to that.
And natural peanut butter with that.
Yeah. There's a few caveats, but we just live in a world where it's really hard to be simplistic.
Right.
But simplistic is what's always the best for you.
Mm-hmm. Companies out here can produce a bar, but we're not looking to produce a bar. We're looking to produce the best damn meal bar. In order to produce the best damn meal bar, we got to use the best damn ingredients and the best damn processes. Not just, we're not looking to just hand this over to somebody and let them use whatever processes and ingredients they see fit and then box something up and ship it to us. That may very well sell.
As far as our product and scaling, a lot of it started in the kitchen. Just a home-based kitchen, so we were artisans, and we had approval through North Carolina Agriculture Department. So as a food-based home producers, and then we were able to scale up to get into the commercial kitchen. Shout out to City Kitch, okay? So that was huge because that opens more doors to. It's a check off, right? When you're trying to get your products into stores, there's certain things that you need to do. So being in a commercial kitchen is very, very helpful. And I'm going to let him fill in a lot more detail, but just on the aspect of being able to craft the recipes on their own, our food scientists did that. And then being able to learn how to scale them to commercial grade. And then, of course, at the same time, we've used a company, and we've also vetted out other companies that will allow us to help scale for mass production so that we can ultimately be a household name and can be in, your Food Lions, your Walmarts, your Whole Foods, your Moms. And it's just Sprouts. No store is too big. Let's do them all.
Right. So answering the tail end of the question, is our goal to be in the big box retailers? Yes, it is. But one of several things that we won't compromise on, like Baby said, is the quality of our product. We've been to several trade shows, expos, talked to numerous companies, and obviously we know going from commercial kitchen production, individual production like we're doing now, to commercial production is going to have to be some level of trade-offs.
Right.
The reason that we went the commissary kitchen route was because we needed to scale up to that next level to get into some of these other retailers, right? So even the smaller retailers that aren't the big box retailers, like a Rhino Market, for example, where you can be producing in your kitchen and sell at a retailer. You know, it has to go through certain certifications, i.e., safety certifications, Department of Ag certifications. So in order to facilitate that next step in growth, we had to go the commercial kitchen route, the commissary route. City Kitch, from a location and value perspective, ended up being the best option for us. We like the fact that you all have multiple locations, that City Kitch has multiple locations. And it's very flexible with, getting in and out of the kitchen.
My favorite part is the convenience. I love that the facility is open like 24/7. So if you know that there's a time frame that works a little better to come in for you for your schedule, the flexibility is really important, especially since City Kitch does big business. If no one's ever been to City Kitch, they don't realize how many of your favorite local brands and food trucks operate out of here. So being able to navigate through working with everybody and getting in here at any time that's convenient, being able to look at the schedule and say, okay, well, it's not a lot of people here, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. That's very, very helpful.
Yeah, and piggybacking on the convenience side of it, the managing everything from the desktop where I can log into the website, see the schedule, book the time slot is very efficient. The personnel is cool. Met Ian right here. Katie was the first one, the manager here at City Kitch. So, Katie's real cool, and everything is, it feels very, very natural. Like it doesn't feel like just a number, right? Like I think City Kitch, from what I can tell, like really cares about the success of the vendors. And, it's one of those things where I think, or what I feel is that you all will provide whatever level of support that a vendor is willing to step in and say that they need. And also just being able to see some of the other food vendors in here and bounce some ideas off, and the different events that City Kitch does. We just enjoy that aspect of it as well. But, that's what made us go that next level, because we needed to. And we know that in order to grow, we can't keep doing the same thing the same way.
Correct.
The way we're going to get the best bang for our buck with scaling up and kind of going back to the drawing board with some of the R&D is to do it ourselves. Because again, when we looked at other vendors, we can't use that product. They have so many limitations because of their equipment, their products, so on and so forth. So again, we understand that certain trade-offs are going to need to be made, but what we finally figured out really within the past couple of weeks is how to kind of take what they have available, reproduce it at a small scale, and now we have something that we feel works for that next level, using the ingredients that they have, but at the same time not compromising on the taste and integrity of our product. And also, we got a couple other products listed shown here that this is kind of part of their R&D that we've been working on. So, and I got to give a shout out to you, baby, on this one, because she had an idea several months ago. Why don't we do a dry energy mix for people who want to use it as a topping? They may not want a full bar, but they might want to sprinkle a little bit on their yogurt or parfait or what have you. And within the past month, we started putting some ideas down and came up with something that works. So what we have here is the XCEL energy mix. So this is just as decadent as the meal bars, but again, if you're looking for an oatmeal topping, except for you, baby, a smoothie additive, even if you want to eat it just plain by itself,
Correct.
it'll be great. It's sprinkleable. I'll make that a word, sprinkleable.
So it's still going to be multifaceted, just like the bar. It's still going to have the date pieces in it. It still have the dry fruits, the seeds, the nuts. However, it's going to just be a little different. So it replicates the bar still. So we're going to have, if you are a fan of the chocolate peanut butter bar, you can have the chocolate peanut butter energy mix. Same thing with chocolate covered strawberry. But the idea is that everybody doesn't want to eat it in a bar form. And you may want to use a topping. It will satisfy your sweet tooth. It will also satisfy your hunger. But it's a pairing of a twin to the XCEL meal bar. So
Absolutely.
our long-term goal is to be a global brand, to be in all big box retailers, and we also want to be able to give back to the community. So we want to be able to have our own XCEL manufacturing. So we want to be able to also provide employment to our local community through those XCEL turnkey manufacturing, so that we can help other artisans overcome those hurdles or just avoid them in general, right?
We are in some retailers now, specifically
Where we at?
Ronald Market in Wesley Heights in Charlotte, North Carolina. One of our biggest customer is Swarthmore College. We also been at Uptown Farmers Market here in Charlotte also every weekend. Cycle Bar Studio in Waverly. We do some events there. Sky Cycle. We've also partnered with a wine company in Concord, North Carolina called Cellar Door. So we got a few things in the bucket right now that are good platforms for us to continue to grow. So the website is alwaysxcel.com, where you can order these fantastic products. That's always XCEL, XC, can you see my chest? XCEL, always XCEL.